Hello and welcome. Please allow me just a moment to adjust my camera. Thank you for your patience. My name is Siobhan. Welcome to History, Her Story. And I just want to take a few minutes to discuss old Tartaria. Tartaria! Tartaria! Let's discuss the flags of Tartaria. From what I have researched, what I have discovered is their flags that represent Tartaria were basically an old owl and a dragon, which developed into a griffin. At least that's what it looks like to me. You may have different opinions. Please write your opinions and your thoughts, your information in the uh, box below. Sorry, I just realized my camera wasn't even open. Well, my name is Chevy, and I'm so glad you've taken the time to join me today. Let's discuss one of my favorite topics, which is Tartaria. This is to me what land that represents basically every fairy tale that you could imagine, and just every good thing. Free energy, a life where people traveled and did as they pleased. Um, just everything was good going on. It seemed that they had, an army and some currency, but it just, from what I can tell, it was just an elaborate lifestyle with amazing architecture and tremendous skills. And let's talk about the flags. Now, I've gone ahead and just painted a couple flags. Let me see if I can put them here on camera for you. Let's see. The first one is the owl. I've gone ahead and just painted a little flag, and we all know that the owl represents, of course, wisdom. And Lord knows I am in dire need of more wisdom. I pray for wisdom all the time. And I thought, wow, that would be great to be under a flag that represents wisdom. So I went ahead and looked it up and I said, well, let's see what I can find out. So let me share that with you. Now, the main association that I've been able to discover associated with the owl is Athena. This is also a goddess known as Diana and has many other names, but just the divine feminine. The attachment between Athena and her owl was very powerful. Her owl represented actually the inner light. There are several theories regarding the development and association between the goddess and the bird. According to several historical records, a small species of owl was common in Athens at the time. And historians have proposed that the bird's presence gave rise to the idea that they symbolized the city's goddess. Now, the symbol of Athena's owl was eventually used on currency in the city, and we're basically seeing the association going back to Greece. So let me see what else we can find concerning the owl. If you'll just bear with one moment, I have some other definitions here. Wikipedia again wants to associate the meaning of the owl with Athena, which doesn't surprise me because that is the standard narrative. The owl of Athena, the owl of Minerva, it has been used as a symbol of wisdom, prosperity, uh, throughout the entire realm. What is the meaning of the owl of Athena? So this is coming from reference.com. In ancient Greek mythology, the goddess Athena on her shoulder, and that revealed truth to her and represented wisdom and knowledge. It seems that the owl was something of a familiar to Athena. In in actuality, the owl is a bird of prey. The owl is a night bird and is very mysterious. People have said, and I've heard, um, the reason we associate wisdom is because of the placement of the owl's eyes in the center of the face. It could be. He looks pretty smart to me. What do y'all think? Let's hear about this a little bit more. Um, Let me see what else I can find here for you concerning the owl. I don't want to just let that one go. So let me see what they say about, and this is coming from Wikipedia, which is again a very mainstream narrative, and I just like to hear what they have to say, and then I can see if I maybe can find something else, or maybe y'all have some information to share. Now, as we know, flags are an integral part to every country. They represent the nation's values, beliefs, traditions, uh, really their most treasured dreams for the future. So, when I discovered that one of the early flags of the Great Tartaria is an owl, I said, wow, to me, the owl symbolizes wisdom. So I painted it, I put it on my wall, and I said, so I'll sit under the flag of wisdom. I'll just sit under it and see if it rubs off a little bit. You never know. Symbols are powerful, and I believe there's so much of the archetypal dream that's just focused and projected onto these images that I believe that they have gained energy in a sense, and the energy can relate to you as well or me. It's just a thought. Well, the flag serves as a visible symbol of sovereignty. So when you see a flag, you know you're under the sovereign reign of a particular nation. We're going to take a sip of coffee now. If y'all'd like to grab a snack, go ahead and put it on pause. Get a smoke, a snack, or however you'd like to enjoy your time. I enjoy coffee. Please like and subscribe. I just wanted to throw that in because I sure could use some subs. I really want to bring y'all a lot of videos and good ones and be able to spend time and develop the thoughts that I have, and I might not have all the answers. In fact, I might not have any of the answers, but maybe I might have a one piece of the puzzle that fits in to somebody else's missing piece. And maybe together we can put our minds together and come up with truth, truth of our history. Because a lot of people have done a research and have a lot of questions dating back to the mud flood buildings, for example, old architecture that would be absurd to even believe that primitive man was able to accomplish. You know, we gotta come up with some answers here because we're not given the answers. We must be autodidactic. We must educate ourselves. Otherwise, we're subject to what other people tell us, and what other people tell us might not be true. Maybe it has an agenda behind it to get you to believe, you know, a history that just doesn't make any sense. We're more sophisticated than to believe these childish lies. So anyway, I thought that I would just bring some of the information that I discovered about the flag and their references. I want to talk also about what I believe is the dragon flag. It does later on turn into a griffin, evolves in a sense. And let me see. I'll put this flag that I did right. The old dragon. The dragon, the symbol of strength. What does the internet have to say about the dragon? The dragon symbolize the dragon symbolism and meaning. Now, one thought is that the dragon is a spiritual or totem guide, and it is arguably the most ancient and imposing of all symbols. Now, many countries have shared the dragon as their flag, and still to this day. In the East, many countries have dragons on it. So, what is the dragon? Well, dragon metaphysically is a shape shifter. He's a shapeshifter. All right, yeah. And his abilities equate to the shaman's mastery over the elements, the power to transform into animals, and the ability to enter into your dream time. The dragon. I've loved dragons my whole life. I've drawn them and painted them and doing many different things. And I still find the symbol of the dragon just so awesome. I know a lot of people feel the same way as me. Please leave your thoughts in the comment box below. The dragon, what does it symbolize to you? It symbolizes strength. Now, in the art of feng shui, the dragon represents fortune, authority, growth, luck, and development. In Europe, these formidable beings symbolize the ability to rise over circumstances and see things clearly. I never heard that before. That's very interesting. The dragon, in a sense, is a symbol of logic and reason, perspective, even. I enjoy that. Now, the dragon symbolism and meaning is also encompassed in the primordial natural forces on all planes of existence. Longevity in the most earliest of magics, some of which have been lost to time, and the never ending battle between knights and dragons. You've seen saints like Michael, Archangel Michael, as a warrior impaling a dragon at his feet. The old dragon's been referred to as Satan, as another name for the devil, is it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's something more than that. Now, as a spirit animal, the dragon spirit is drawn to people of intellect, dignity, contagious enthusiasm, and authority, and dragons guide such individuals towards brilliance. So brilliance. So hopefully, while I'm sitting under the flag of the dragon, that the brilliance projected will rub off on me, because I sure could use a dose. I thank y'all so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment box below. And let's see what else we can find about dragons. Now, I enjoy a good dragon story. We have a lot of dragons. We have fire dragons, water dragons, air dragons. We have dragons representing the elements, elemental dragons. So, fire dragons uh, to me has always meant transformation, just as the energy is transformed by fire from the field to the flame to heat. uh, Transformation, alchemy, leadership, strength. Fire dragon is also a symbol of self mastery. You've mastered the physical, the spiritual, and now you're on the dragon plane. Sounds good. All right, so water dragons, water dragons. I painted some water dragons in turquoise and blue one time. I put it on the wall across from my bed, and when I sat on my bed to view what I had done, it was like actually terrifying. It was terrifying. It was so terrifying because it looked like these dragons were attacking me. I came up with a solution. I turned the bed around and put the bed so that the dragons were actually hovering over the bed, protecting me. Dragons protect your treasure. So there's nothing to be afraid of. They are your protection. Water dragons. The focus is on the power of water, the element of water, the cleansing, healing, nourishing, the life giving, and sustaining powers of water. The water dragon represents that power. The earth dragons guard the treasures, the metals, the golds, and the jewels. The earth dragons uh, are called upon in mythology and other stories to provide and sustain your needs. The earth dragon, the power of the earth. And then the air dragons. Oh, well, this is where your perspective comes from because they will lift you up and ride you in the current. And I promise you, nobody will mess with you while you're in the grasp of the air dragon. From here, you gain greater perspective, personality, and globally untroubled by the winds of change. The air dragon, momentum and force, power and movement. To me, these things are represented. So, all right. Now, I've really enjoyed this little discussion. I enjoyed painting these paintings, and uh, I'm digging sitting under these flags as well. I thank you so much for your time. Please like, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment box below. Long live Tartaria!